I'm a little late to get out here this morning, but good morning, everyone. I did see a Hummer fly by the kitchen window back door area a bit ago, so that was cool. I mean, they should still be here, and they are still here, so that's nice. I'm seeing a lot of butterflies down on the white butterfly bush right this minute. That's cool. I got the camera set up pointing at the bird feeder, see how many goldfinches we can catch at one time. Just kind of check in on the wide view. I like to do that every once in a while. The bluebirds have moved on for now. I don't think anything happened to them. This is kind of normal. Usually after they have their babies, they don't even stay as long as they did this year. They'll be back though. They'll be back in the wintertime for sure. The beauty berries start having real berries, and you know, it's good for them if they go eat natural things other than the bird seed, if that's available. So anyway, I am letting the chicken down. He is out here waiting for me. Good morning, buddy. Yeah, I'll be setting it down over there in just a minute. Hi, Marty. Hi, Marty. Yeah, I haven't seen Morris this morning. I came out and called. He hasn't been here. Again, he's just trying to cause me stress. Now, he showed up yesterday, no problems. I'm sure he'll show up today, no problems too. Hi, bud. You come back in a little bit. I called a couple times. I'm not going to call quite as much now. I'll wait an hour or two and call again. We've got these really weird, I'm going to call it weird, mushroom clumps all over the yard up this way. I can see multiples of them. It's a lot of mushrooms for a little compact area. There's one over there at the base of that stump with the pot on it. There's some around the roots of this maple tree. There's a good bit of the mushrooms. Considering how dry it's been, that's a little bit of a surprise that we have them. I don't know what kind. I don't know anything about mushrooms, okay? I buy baby bellas and sometimes shiitakes at Whole Foods because Johnny really likes them, and Don and I are okay with a few of them. And beyond that, that's all I know. Actually, I called one more time, and here he comes. And I think he might have been in the chair up there, and I just didn't think to look. Usually in the morning, Morris is pretty motivated to come for food, and he'll come when he hears me out here or I call. Other times of the day, probably not. Stripe is rubbing my legs. Let me go greet Morris and tell him he's a good boy for coming when his mama called and not making me have. Well, I've been in the house worrying a bit, but trying. You know how you worry, but you tell yourself not to worry, but you worry some more anyway? Yeah, that's basically how my morning's been going. Hi, buddy. Hi. If you go up top, if you go up top, there's wet food. Yeah, you come see Stripe, your buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Good morning, Gray. Hey there. Here you go, some chicken. Hi. Come here. Come here. Drying that new Halloween tablecloth I bought and washed yesterday. Well, I bought it yesterday, washed and drying it this morning. That's why the dryer's running right now. Hi, good girl. Good girl. I did stick a few Halloween things in the cabinet here, mostly Annalise, but a couple other potion bottles and those owls. I got out my Lego Halloween figurines and added them to the table. You might remember that I made these the last couple of years. I don't remember which is from which year. I'm not putting out my Batman Arkham Asylum this year. Those are old school sets and they have some value for that reason, but they're not that pretty to look at. They're not that intricate, interesting. I don't know. I brought down the bewitched mug to add. And yeah, I fed Dawn and me bacon and eggs. We put up, we're getting ready to head out. We put up my Halloween wreath. It's hard to see this no matter what when the one is backlit, but anyway, we put that together, put that up there. That make it easier to see? I hope so. I've been 3D printing, and the printer's working great after Dawn repaired it last night. Cat themed, Halloween themed cat. I don't know what you want to call these. They're not figures because they're flat. They're not plates really because they're not round. They were supposed to be smaller and have magnets in them for your refrigerator, and I blew them up. And anyway, I've got 3 or 4 more printing that I'm going to put out, and I'm going to try to get some Halloween garland when I'm at the dollar store Harris Teeter here in a bit to finish decking out the tree. And I brought this pillow down. I was like, how did I not have that down already? That one's very important. So we're going to go work out at the gym because we didn't go yesterday. We've only been twice this week instead of 3 times. Plus, it's currently 87 at the house, which means it's easily 90 on the asphalt outside, you know, pretty much anywhere we would walk. So we're both pretty happy to go inside to the gym today. It feels like summer. It's not a day you want to, not a day we're motivated to be outside doing much. I guess if you were on a boat at the lake and you could hop out to swim when you got hot, that would be, it would be a good day for that. So tomorrow though, it's supposed to be 73.
Yeah,
it's supposed to have a cold front tonight. There's a chance of some rain. It's not a great chance though, again. And it's supposed to be, Dawn's driving right now though. It's supposed to be much cooler tomorrow. So we were talking about doing something outside tomorrow. But after we work out at the gym, we're going to go to Guardian Angel because I want to see what Halloween stuff they got. And we're going to go to the dollar store, and Harris Teeter's got porterhouse steaks. I'm going to grab a couple porterhouse steaks for dinner. We're having chicken wings tomorrow, and I'm ready to go on them, but not today. Although I don't know if we work outside tomorrow. I might postpone the chicken wings until Monday and cook something easier tomorrow. We'll just have to see. Yeah, I can definitely feel the heat coming up off the asphalt today. Thank goodness there's a breeze, but it's not of that much help right now. There were, God, 150 people in there. You can see the parking lot's full. It's 20% off everything, almost everything. And they've got Halloween stuff and fall stuff out. So it is happening in there today. I got a tuxedo cat large outdoor flag, 2 small Halloween flags, 2 Ray Dunn fall and harvest mugs, and a cute little hair piece for Ariel. The sky's got that look to it. And yeah, I see it's an Ionic 9 Florida plate. Never seen one in person. It's different. It's almost all black with skeletons. There is some black with pumpkins and some purple with spiders, but I wanted orange. I don't know exactly what was going on, but they have set up the town stage over top of the EV chargers here.
Yeah.
In the parking lot.
It says temporarily no parking, special event.
Sunday, September 7th.
Tomorrow. So from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow. Something's going on here. Well, it's going to be nice weather. So
okay, I realize I'm always calling people out, but let's think about this for a minute. When they decided, remember I said I don't want EV chargers to be in the closest spots to where people want to go. As an EV person, if I need to charge, I'm totally okay being where that white car is. I never asked you to put them up at the spots. And oh, by the way, there's a lot of options here for where to put that stage. Or if they were going to have the stage here for events, they should have put some thought in that the EV chargers and the event, the stage thing shouldn't be in the same spot. I mean, come on, people, have a brain. Seriously have a brain.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's power. 3-phase power right there. They could have tapped on the back of the lot just as easy as the front of the lot.
Yeah, so frustrating. I'm gonna get a little political here, so if you can't handle that, just turn off the video. Now, don't thumb it down. I'm just warning you, so you can turn it off. Okay. Don and I said we supported RFK.
Yeah, still do.
And we still do. Okay. So that right there is apparently an extremely political statement right now, but it's still true. We haven't been saying a lot, but in the background, I guess we're cheering him on.
Yeah.
We're a little frustrated. Things were happening a little slower than we had hoped they would, but some things seem to be stirred up now. So we're thinking that's for the better, but very calmly for you guys listening more so than Don. Tell them what the guy you were listening to just said.
Right. A couple things. One thing, it started right off the bat. Kennedy said, in 1950, like 3% of the citizens in the U.S. had chronic diseases. 1970 or something like that, it was all the way up to like 14%. And then today, the numbers just came out. I think he said it was 76% of Americans have a chronic disease. So that is why I fired people at the NHCDC. They are not doing their jobs. The folks who are there failed. Fire them. And simple answer, you can say it was political, you can say it whatever you want. He was very clear that he fired them because they are incompetent. They have not done their job. So, you can disagree with him. You won't hear this on CNN because they won't put that little tidbit up there about that. And when he was attacked by Warren about the vaccines, that he's preventing people from getting vaccines, he said, no, I'm just telling people you're getting a vaccine without any information that it's effective or that hasn't been tested. I don't remember the exact wording, but the point is it was a very salient answer to her specific question that she just blew right by. Any person would take that. Yeah, you can get you can get vaccinated. It's just you get to know the truth. His whole point consistently was, I'm trying to tell the American people the truth. They've been lied to.
Well, say what the doctor said about the kids. So
right.
you told them two things, which was good, but it wasn't the thing I wanted you to tell them.
Right. Well, the other thing, there was a Republican doctor. He's an OBGYN from Oklahoma, I believe. I don't remember the gentleman's name.
Senator or congressman?
He was on the panel, so I guess it was the Senate. So he couldn't have been on the panel unless you were a senator.
Okay.
He said on the day a baby is born, he's given a hepatitis B vaccine. The day they are born. 1 in 7 million babies die, or 1 in 7 million people or babies die from hepatitis. The way you get hepatitis is sexual activity or intravenous drugs. And to the best of his knowledge, there's no babies engaging in unprotected sex and taking drugs on the day they're born. So why are we giving hepatitis B day 1 to babies when there's even if on the best day 1 in 7 million? There's no side effect worth doing that. And then the other thing he said, that by the time they're 18 months old, they get 18 shots. But don't worry, they get 76 shots by the time they're 18 years old. So a kid has if they follow the schedule, they'll get 76 shots right now before their 18th birthday.
And I assume that includes the flu shot and the COVID shot, or some of these optional seasonal shots that come around every year is part of that number. But my God, we sure didn't get 76 shots. I don't know how many shots I have, but it wasn't 76 shots.
Well, the other thing is and he didn't say this is me talking now. Those 76 shots are all free, right? They cost nothing. The vaccine just comes out of thin air.
Yeah, no.
Right? It's just, that falls from manna from heaven, right? You just the doctor goes out and just scoops it up. Doesn't charge for the 76 shots, right? Mm-hmm. So your kid gets those.
Yeah,
no, there isn't people making gazooba money on that. Yeah.
Right. Well, so that seems like an awful lot. And I just want to, I guess the main point that I want to say is I see people going apoplectic over any discussion of what vaccines our kids should be getting because they feel like no discussion is acceptable.
Right.
And all I'm going to say is I support us talking about what the right schedule is. I support not overprotecting the vaccine manufacturers, because if they're not confident that it's safe and effective, then they shouldn't be shipping it. And I just, I know there's a lot of parents, there's a movement out there, we're vaccinating our kids, but we're not vaccinating them we're slowing down, we're taking them back more often, we're letting them be a little older before they get it. There are some thought processes behind that, and choice is good. Dawn and I have often looked at each other and said, if we right now in 2025 were new parents with an infant, what would we do? And it would be for us, it would be a gut-wrenching decision. What do we do? That's what we've come to the conclusion of. We don't know. Thank God we don't have to make that decision, and it would be really hard on us.
Well, one of the things he said that came out, just came out here recently, is the RMNA vaccine in Atlanta was given to kids under 18 months, or the babies. And then one was the shot the kids were given after they were over 3 years old or something. In other words, there were babies who got the shot earlier, and then young babies that got it later. And the kids that got it earlier are 36 times more likely to be autistic.
Yeah.
And that just came out, and Kennedy said that information was redacted and removed from the report filed on the RMA vaccine, because they did not want people to know that fact. They hid that fact. They lied to people about that.
But some people are not willing to listen that is a possibility, that they didn't get accurate information, or sadly, if you question if the information that you got was accurate, you don't believe in science. Right. And I think neither one of those things is true.
I guess what this has done, because I did not listen to Kennedy, but I know he was there for 3 hours. So you got to remember, when you see these 15-second sound bites on the news, or even you hear me talking about it for 15 seconds, that's not it. I am going to go and find the full 3-hour thing, I will listen to it myself. So my recommendation is, don't believe anything I said, because I'm paraphrasing. I don't have exact quotes. It was just jaw-dropping, because this person was going through the highlights, and this was a written article. So I'm going to go watch it on YouTube for myself. And this is what I often told Marianne. I said, you got to go back and listen to Trump, all those things the media were spinning. If you go listen to the entire talk,
you should go to the source for each person.
Because they literally take every fifth word and every ninth word, and if you do that, you make it sound like any way you want.
Right. Well, I've said on the channel before too, God, please go listen to the source.
Go listen to the source.
Stop letting.
And I would even
CNBC or whoever out, CNN or Fox News or whoever, tell you what you're supposed to think. Go listen. If you are questioning what Elon said, go listen to the hour-long interview with Elon. Because if you hate him, but you don't because you listen to the BBC excerpt for a few minutes, I can't respect that.
Right.
But if you went and listened to the whole hour and everything that he said, and you follow him, maybe multiple interviews, then you've got enough information to start to form an opinion about it. And I would have some respect for that.
And be careful. There are, especially with Elon, they tend to compress, because he ubs and ands.
Well, him and Kennedy both aren't great, articulate, able to be smooth.
What I'm trying to say is to be careful if you're listening to those compressed ones, because you don't know what they said. They only compress the space, but even a one word here and one word there can make a difference. So sometimes it's painful, but you have to listen to the whole thing. Plus, a lot of times knowing when they ask him a question and the answer comes out just instantly on these compressed ones, it makes it feel different than they ask him the question, you see him think there for 20 seconds, and then he answers where he really thought about the question. So you can see that if you watch the uncompressed version of the interview. So
Sure.
that's why I said you almost, I know it's painful. I'm first to tell you, but you got to just invest the time. Maybe listening at 1.5x might be okay, but don't be careful with the ones where they compress out we press out the dead spaces.
Stripe was down the driveway.
I saw him run up the hill. He was up to know something down there.
He circles the yard, I swear. 50 times a day is an exaggeration, but a lot he is. That's why he sleeps so good at night, because all day long he's patrolling the yard. He patrols and he patrols some more.
Yeah.